LLC joining in to talk about what to make of Trump's trade war talks and whether or not the market should be reading too much into that. Peter, hi, good morning. Just trying to analyze what went by when we were away for the long weekend and how should the markets read into Trump's talks on trade tariffs for the steel industry? Would you say that this would lead to trade wars eventually with countries like Korea as well as China, which are large steel exporters to US? And do you think the markets should not pay too much heed, as predictably seems to be the case, because all we saw was just a one-day reaction?
Yes, that's right. And of course, now that we had the weekend to basically analyze the situation a little bit more, I think that, there's a possibility that perhaps there will be some sort of exemptions which would probably lighten the fear of full-blown trade wars taking place. Now, of course, there will be some retaliation. We already heard from the European Union. And, of course, China has said it hopes that it doesn't have to enter into a full-blown trade war with the United States. So I think, the administration is getting the message that this is a serious situation in terms of the prospects of a trade war. But again, I think that there's a possibility that the tariffs, that doesn't mean that the Trump administration is going to hold back on them. No, I think they will go forward with them. But there might be, let's say, some loopholes, and that probably would ease concerns. But, of course, it doesn't exclude the fact that we'll probably have choppy markets, and certainly, we could see the dollar continuing to weaken, and the Fed's probably, in lieu of this situation, perhaps be even more...
Peter, allow me to just... Okay, Peter, allow me to just have a very quick follow-up question and would appreciate a quick response. Peter, do you think this is not the end but the beginning of global tariff war? I'm sure other countries and other leaders and other administrations would also retaliate in the same manner. If US is imposing tariff on US, on imported steel, I'm sure the Asian countries and some of the counterpart countries would be quick to have tariff barriers going on US agriculture exports.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as I said, this is still, even if we should get a watered down situation, it's still going to be a negative. And, trade wars, in spite of what Mr. Trump said, that they're easy to win, I think is a no-win situation for anyone. And, you go back in history, they certainly don't play off well. Eventually, there's a choke-off in economic growth. And, of course, if you would move towards total isolation, especially in a global economy, well, the consequences would be quite negative, and certainly the markets would act accordingly.
Great speaking with you. Thanks so much for taking the time out and analyzing what we should make of Trump's trade talks. The fact that he's talked about banning steel imports from other countries or slapping as much as a tariff as they slap on US exports.